Hello, this is your lonely old lady with another episode in her life and times and how I managed to get through this getting old stuff that, hey, believe me, you do not need to be very weak. You actually, getting old is not for the faint of heart at all. So if those of you that are younger, buck up, buttercup, because it's coming to you and you need to be ready for it. So take some lessons from a lonely old lady, and maybe you can avoid some of the pitfalls that I have gotten myself into over the years, and start not being so depressed, and be able to live your life in a productive manner as you can in your old age until your time is up. So anyway, I was watching the other day. I was watching the Today Show. I like to watch it in the mornings because they're kind of funny, they're entertaining, and they always have some good ideas for things in life or things that you might want to do. And one of the things that's been kind of a common thing around here that's been going on is something called a complaint cleanse. And they were talking about this complaint cleanse. This was about a week ago. I had tried to do a video, didn't get it posted, so I've decided to start over with it and tell you what it is that I'm talking about in this complaint cleanse. And what it is it's to, people like to complain. They complain about just about everything. Think about the things that you complain about. I know I do a lot of complaining. And complaining doesn't get you anywhere. You can complain to your heart's content about somebody, about something, about an activity, about a TV show. People complain about a whole bunch of stuff, but it never goes anywhere, except maybe it drags you down. It makes you more depressed. The more you complain, the more depressed you are, because now you can't do anything about it, and you want to do something about it, but you don't know what to do about it. So finally it gets dropped, and then it just keeps building up every time you complain. So with this complaint cleanse, it's getting people to get off the complaining and start learning and turning these things into positives. So what the challenge does is it challenged people to not complain. And on the Today Show, what they've decided to do is that if they feel they've got a complaint coming on, instead of complaining it, or you can verbalize it, especially if you're by yourself. But if you do, you have a little logbook, and I have a little logbook here, and I kind of write down things in my life that bother me. I maybe write things down that are positives. I just kind of keep track of not a day-to-day log, but like a journal, but just little things that bother me, or things that don't bother me, or things that I like, or things I dislike. So I thought that I would take this log and I would start a complaint cleanse challenge. And what I'm going to do is challenge all of you that are out there listening to this video to join me in this complaint cleanse. And what I'm proposing to do is, if you start complaining or you have complaints, is to take your little log of some kind, a journal, a piece of paper, whatever you're going to keep track of it on, and just write it down. Write down the complaint so that it's there and it's visual. And then sit back, either the same day or right away or whatever, think about that, and think about how you could turn that complaint into a positive, so that instead of having a complaint which will drag you down, you can think of a positive, some way of curing that, getting around it, or otherwise not letting it bother you so much. So I propose that our complaint cleanse start today, which is May 1st, Wednesday, and go through Tuesday, May 7th. And write down any complaints that you have. Comment down in our comments if you are going to join me in this complaint cleanse. But I don't want to know your complaints or any of that kind of stuff. It's between you and God or whoever. But what I want you to do is write the complaint down on a daily basis, or every time you think of a complaint, you're going to complain about somebody, and then figure out how you can turn that into a positive. Whether there's anything you can do about it, or whether there's not anything you can do about it, and what you're going to do to make sure that this complaint does not affect your life. And see, how many times you're complaining during the day or in that week, And second of all, start thinking a little bit on a more positive level. And if you would comment to me if you're going to join it or not, and you don't have to report to me every day or anything like that. But at the end of the challenge, what I'd like you to do is come back and comment again. I probably have another video at the end of my challenge and report on how I'm doing. And then you can comment on that one and just report on what your feelings were about this complaint cleanse, whether or not it helped you, or whether or not it turned you into more positive thinkings, or whether it was more of a thing that dragged you down worse than it would be if you hadn't done it. So I kind of challenge you to give it a try, see what happens, and it's only a matter of about a week. And then you can go back to your daily life of complaining if that's the thing that you find that benefits you the most, or not complaining and finding ways to get around this complaint and turning it into a positive in your life, and how does it affect you emotionally. So that's my challenge, and I hope that some of you will join me in this challenge, and I will report back after May 1st or May 7th, and report how I felt about it, and one of the things that I have learned about myself as well. So until the next time, this is your little old lady. Sorry, it's the lonely old lady, not the little old lady. I'm a little old lady too, but it's the lonely old lady that I'm going to sign off for today, and I will get back to you again and report on what I've been doing. Today happens to be a rainy day, and I have to go to work, so it's a little bit of a downer day for me, but I'm managing to keep my spirits up at it. So until the next time, we will talk to you later. Have a good day.